We are live from Joe Nathan Field here as the Stony Brook Seawolves host the Monmouth Hawks for a baseball matchup here on Friday. I am Diego Shirazi here with Kevin Broderick and Kevin Wigan. How you guys doing today?
We're back for the double Kevin combo, this time with a third person on the mic. Kevin Wigan, it's a pleasure to be back with you. And it's an important series this weekend between Stony Brook and Monmouth, as these Hawks currently in a playoff spot, which is something that Stony Brook cannot brag about.
Yeah, Hunter Calagrande, I think one of the better pitchers this year for the Seawolves, so excited to see what he's got out the store, and you guys finally got me out of the house, so thank you.
Yeah, 100%. It was bound to happen. We got a lot of people that do this baseball rotation, Diego.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely a lot more than last year where it was George Karatzis or bust, and you know what it's like relying on George Karatzis for anything.
Well,
but looking at Hunter Colagrande as the starter, it is a bit of a shakeup, Diego, of what we're used to with Michael Worley.
Right, I was about to say, they tried it last week. Jim Martin had Hunter Colagrande start game 1 against Hofstra, and he didn't fare exactly as he would have wanted. 3 innings, 8 earned runs. Hoping to put up a better showing today in definitely a must-win series if this team wants a chance to make the playoffs.
I think, Diego, you were here on Tuesday, and the bats came out alive. So It's also the heat now. We're getting some the Northeast finally. The sun's out, and hopefully the Seawolves can get those bats going like they did on Tuesday. So.
Yep, we saw a couple home runs in that matchup, as you mentioned. In their most recent game, a win, of course, on Tuesday. And we are just about ready to start it off. Colagrande facing Wyatt Hunt, the second baseman. Hunt, the lefty, steps to the plate, waiting for the first pitch. In for strike 1.
Got some of the baseball team in attendance in order to give some support.
The baseball team in attendance for the baseball
Or, excuse me, the football team in attendance for the baseball game. Obviously, we know the baseball team, football team, don't like these Hawks.
Second pitch, also in for a strike, so Colagrande getting ahead early, 0-2 against Hunt. And this is something Colagrande has used for success in his good starts, particularly against UNC Wilmington, getting ahead, trying to put batters away early. 0-2 pitch to Hunt, up high, ball 1. Hunt this season averaging .336, so no surprise he's in the leadoff spot for this Monmouth team. 1-2 is the count. First batter of the game, Colagrande ready. Popped up, foul towards third. Moving over is Cervoni to make the catch for out number 1.
It's a good start.
Brendan Bucher now will come in for Monmouth in the 2-hole. A lot of high batting averages in this Monmouth lineup, as you would expect. Right now they are first in their portion of the CAA baseball standings.
And more football players firing them in.
Whole team here. First pitch. Ground ball to third, diving stop by Cervoni, throw to first, and quickly 2 outs, both recorded by Cervoni at third.
Yeah, that's why they call it the hot corner over there.
Yep. So Colagrande needing just 5 pitches to record the first 2 outs. Chris Walsh now will try to have a lengthier at bat here for Monmouth in the first.
I think this guy's got 6 home runs, I think I saw, so.
Yep, 6 home runs, also 5 doubles, 31 RBIs on the year, and guess what? .342 average. Fouls back the first pitch.
I mean, listen, we've seen Hunter Colagrande get off to some hot starts.
Kevin, I think we were here for that start against UNC Wilmington.
Yep.
What, struck out maybe the first 7 batters of the game, if I remember that?
Got up to 9 strikeouts in the game.
The 0-1 pitch up high for ball 1, evens it at 1-1. Walsh, the righty, with a 1070 OPS. So he hits for average and for power. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed, got him out in front.
A little off speed outside there, had him chasing.
Colagrande now hunting a strikeout, as you mentioned. The entire football team, it looks like, vehemently cheering, all standing up right now.
Not quite the entire.
And a swing and a miss. So a 1-2-3 inning for Hunter Colagrande, just what the Seawolves needed, and they'll come up to bat in the bottom of the first, still scoreless.
Yeah, I mean, listen, You've heard George say a couple of times on the Sunday show that he's not entirely convinced about this Monmouth baseball team, but they haven't come back to earth the entire season. They've stayed hot in conference play. However, if Stony Brook is the team that can cause them to crater, that would be the biggest accomplishment that they could find this weekend.
Yep. And I guess the argument for Monmouth is they may have had a lighter schedule so far.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're still winning the games they need to win. So, as of now, it's working for them. They are almost certainly, unless there's anything drastic at the end of the season, look like they're going to be in a playoff spot. 6 games ahead of the Seawolves right now. Still time to catch them, but it definitely needs to start this series. And for the Seawolves, we mentioned that last series against Hofstra was their 2nd straight series win in the CAA after not winning one up until that point. But overall, this Seawolves team has been hot. They have won their last 3 games, including those 2 over Hofstra, and then also took that series against UNCW plus a midweek win over New Haven. So a lot of wins recently, trying to keep it up. On the mound for Monmouth will be Ryan Mealy. He will try to, I guess, replicate what Cola Grande has done so far. Mealy, the right-handed sophomore from Wappingers Falls, New York. Just looking at his stats so far this season.
You know where Wappingers Falls is, Diego?
Nope.
That is true upstate New York there.
He's rocking the black wristband on his glove hand. It's a nice look there.
Nick Zamperone will lead it off for Stony Brook. Kind of a familiar sight. He's been leading it off about half the games. I'd say Chris Carson taking some of the lead off also, but Zamperone will step in first. First pitch, drilled foul. So he was ready for that first pitch, but just a little out in front.
That's a good piece of first pitch swinging right there.
Mealy in his last start threw a gem against Towson, who is not the toughest competition, but 7 innings pitched, just 1 earned run, and 5 strikeouts in that matchup. 0-1 pitch, up high for ball 1.
So what happened on the road? The Seawolves played Monmouth in, did they win 2 or 3?
Monmouth won 2 out of 3.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They won 10-2 in the first game and then 8-5 before the Seawolves salvaged a 10-7 win in that 3rd game.
Yeah, that was still in the kind of early warning sign stage of this season.
2-1 is the count to Zamperone, who we were mentioning the Monmouth high averages. He has a high average for himself, 330, as he grounds that one softly to shortstop. Charging in is the shortstop to make the out for out number 1. So Zamperone trying to leg out a base hit there, unable to reach, and that's out number 1.
You know, obviously we have Chance Dowdy back in the lineup. I think his addition, the fact that he's hitting well again, it just brings so much more power to this lineup. You know, it's really him and Matt Jackson, those 2 big home run getters returning from last year.
Yep. As Nick Drumbowski steps in as a second batter and takes ball 1. Dowdy, after struggling, as you mentioned, for a lot of the season, had his best series of the year last week against Hofstra, and then followed it up with a midweek matchup in the win over Manhattan. He had a multi-hit game as well, so definitely a big part as Drumbowski fouls that one. Should go out of play to the left, and it does.
Off the dugout.
Dowdy hitting 3rd so far in the lineup today. But Drumbowski, we mentioned, you just said that Dowdy's been hot. Drumbowski throughout the season has probably been their hottest hitter, which is unexpected coming in. He wasn't supposed to be one of the major weapons. We didn't know what we'd get from him, but he's been stellar so far as he takes the 1-1 pitch up and away for ball 2.
I mean, he's kind of that prime example of what I've been talking about with what a CAA recruit looks like versus what an American East recruit looked like back in the day.
Yep, I remember you mentioned that on the Sunday show. 2-1 pitch, hit in the air, shallow to left field, should be playable. Nick Lovar lost it in the sun, and it's going to drop. So Drumbowski will make it to second. That ball just disappeared into the sun. Very sunny day. here at Joe Nathan Field, and the Seawolves a gift here in the first inning.
Yeah, there's about 0 clouds in the sky right now, and because of that, that ball just dropped in center field. We also do have to mention the fact that it is very hot right now, not a lot of wind gusting across the field. If a ball is hit hard, it's going to more than likely sail all the way over Circle Road.
Yep.
And we got to shout out the main man on campus, Billy Kosh, in attendance for today's baseball game.
Chance Dowdy, stepping up as that pitch gets away, and that allows Drombowski to move over to third. So right after reaching on what they'll rule a double, but should have been caught, then he advances on that wild pitch. And all of a sudden the Seawolves have the first run 90 feet away with Dowdy at the plate in a 1-0 count. Mealy already in a jam here in the first inning. His second pitch to Dowdy, just outside, 2-0. Dowdy, if you look at the average so far, just 225, doesn't pop out, but it was about 160 just last week, so that shows you the progress he's made as he fouls that pitch back for strike one. Drombowski takes his lead off third. Mealy, long hold here. This is a strikeout position for sure with a runner on third. Here's the pitch. And Dowdy goes around on the low pitch, unable to hold it, and that's strike two.
Umpire did look for the appeal there as well.
Yeah.
It was very close for Dowdy.
Tried to hold the swing, but crossed the plane. So Dowdy now in a 2-2 count, looking to stay alive. Another long hold. Here's the pitch. And again a check swing. He did not go. And Drombowski comes home on another wild pitch. So good news all around for the Seawolves. Dowdy ruled to have not swung. And the ball got away, allowing the run to score. And the Monmouth dugout not very happy about the lack of a strike call right there. Thought for sure Dowdy swung again.
I mean, having a football team right next to the Monmouth dugout isn't going to help that coach's cause. Couple of just mishaps from Monmouth, allowing Stony Brook to take a 1-0 lead.
A misplay in the outfield and 2 wild pitches as that is in for strike 3. Mealy does pick up the strikeout for 2 outs as Chris Carson, the lefty, will step up to the plate.
A reminder about Joe Nathan Field. If you're in attendance as a fan and you're saying something to the umpire, he will hear you, without a doubt. Matt Mankiewicz got kicked out of a game once upon a time.
Yeah, strike one is in. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing if you're a fan. I guess you kind of want the ump to hear what you're saying, but at the same time, got to be careful.
It's an intimate setting, I'll tell you.
Yes. 0-1 pitch. Another one spiked. This time it's blocked, but that's ball 1. So Mealy, a lot of pitches in the dirt so far. We've seen those 2 wild pitches that allowed the run to score, and now another one right there. Carson hitting .274 this season. He also has a home run. 2 add along to that as he takes a pitch in for strike 2. Scott Gell is on deck for the Seawolves. The catcher, as the first baseman Carson working in a 1-2 count. Lot of room on the left side. The infield is shifted. And he does ground it to the right side, right to the first baseman, and that is out number 3.
You'll take that.
Yes. Walsh able to make the play to retire the side, but Seawolves striking first. Cola Grande now hoping for another 1-2-3 inning as we move to the top of the second.
I mean, the thing is, Kevin Wigan, when you think about it, Cola Grande looked a lot more confident out there in the first inning than Mealy did.
Yeah, Mealy, I mean, little wild pitches, and even if the pitch wasn't a strike or anything, the run would have scored regardless because the ball was outside. So, some fireworks, though, from some hecklers and the football team here, so it's going to be a fun day today.
Well, and what happens sometimes with pitchers is when there's a play that should be made and you feel like it's your responsibility now to pick up your team. Maybe trying to be a little too perfect. Ended up spiking a little of those balls. But regardless, still a long way to go. That was just the first inning. Mealy, of course, will try to have a better second. And
it was a case of the sun there, left fielder from Monmouth.
Yep.
A big break for the Seawolves. He got lost in the sun there. So.
I even said a shallow fly ball looked like it would be harmless. But as Kevin mentioned, it is hot. The ball's traveling further. And combined with the sun,
and the ball's traveling higher as well.
Not a cloud in the sky, as you said. At least in the direction of where the sun is.
Yep.
That was shades of our Mets on our opening day. We got a big break with O'Neal Cruz out there for Paul Skeens.
Couple times. But I think it's best not to mention the Mets.
I got you.
No, try not to curse anyone out here.
You know, Kevin Weigand, he walked into class the other day with a Dodgers hat on. I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know what that's about, Kevin Weigand.
There's a lot of international students at our school. There's a lot of Shohei Ohtani fans, and
that is true.
Show my respect to the greatest of maybe all time. And it was to bother George Carranza.
That's always a valid reason.
That is a valid reason.
All right, so Colagrande out there for his second inning after just 9 pitches in the first. Simi Whitehill will start it off here in the second for Monmouth. First pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him to chase the high fastball for strike 1. So Colagrande has gotten ahead to pretty much all of his batters. That's a sign for success, as even Jim Martin mentioned after that start against UNCW.
He really likes to use that sinker. Breaks late, gets people confused. That's usually his punch-out pitch.
Yep. And there is a pitch that dips down for strike 2. Got Whitehill to chase. And that seemed to be Colagrande's formula. Get ahead early with maybe a fastball or a sinker to get strike 1, maybe strike 2, and then put it in the dirt, get them to chase. Let's see what he does here in the 1-2. And he does get him to chase, but it was just foul. So Whitehill able to just get a piece, keep the at-bat alive, and it's 2-2 still, or 1-2. Payoff pitch here, 1-2. Just outside, ball 2. That one just off the edge of the zone. Whitehill, the third baseman, waiting. Just inside, so a full count.
Starting to get patient.
From 0-2 to 3-2. Not chasing out of the zone, and the one time he did was able to make contact. All of a sudden, it's full count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Another high pitch. Able to get the strikeout. And his second of the afternoon so far for Colagrande.
You know, listen, we've had so much praise from Micah Worley for a lot of great reasons. But him and Hunter Colagrande increasingly starting to become just a 1A, 1B option.
Yep.
This is a kid from Monmouth I'm excited to see batting practice. 6 home runs. I think he's batting like 370. He was he was killing the ball in batting practice.
Left fielder Nick Lavarco, yes, batting 370 with 6 home runs so far this season. The righty playing left field today. Seawolves shifted kind of to the left, playing him to the opposite field as he takes ball 1. Lavarco is a senior from Wall Township, New Jersey. Of course, Monmouth in New Jersey. Makes sense. As that pitch from Colagrande also sails outside, 2-1.
A decent amount of bad blood this year between Stony Brook and Monmouth.
Right, in basketball.
In basketball and football.
2-1 pitch. Curves in for strike 2. Yep, we've had ejections. We've had you're right, overall bad blood. Close games.
Close games. Stony Brook now nipping at the heels of Monmouth in for a playoff spot.
2-2 from Colagrande. Just outside, so back-to-back full counts. Monmouth working him a little harder in this inning. Still a chance for a 1-2-3 with a strike right here, though. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Another one in the dirt. Tagged him out. So back-to-back strikeouts there from Colagrande.
You'll see that a lot, and you'll hear that a lot. Those pitches, they sometimes have so much drop that they end up in the dirt. You need a throw over to first or a tag, but listen, an out's an out.
Yep. Jake Howlett, the sixth batter here. And kind of crazy that in your sixth batter, he's the first guy to be batting below 300. In fact, below 320.
It shows how hot this Monmouth team has been.
Yep.
But again, George's question has always been, what's the sustainability?
And a swinging bunt goes past Colagrande. Going to be a tough play, but it is made by James Schaefer at second. So the soft ground ball able to be handled by the Seawolves infield. And 6 up, 6 down for Colagrande so far.
Listen, a big difference between these two innings for either side is just routine execution. Monmouth lost a ball in the sky. They fall down 1-0 because of it, and a couple of wild pitches thrown in there. And for Stony Brook on the other side, well, it's Colagrande doing what he's done, finding the strikeouts, and when the balls have been put into play, Stony Brook's defense has rallied behind him.
Well, and you mentioned the routine plays. That's something that, especially early in the season, was a struggle for the Seawolves.
Yep.
Just a lot of balks. And mental mistakes.
An unreal amount of,
yes.
I mean, like just an unfathomable amount of balks.
Some pickoff errors, misplays, bad throws.
Reading these box scores, I mean, put the ball in play and good things will happen. So a lot of errors.
That's been cleaned up the last couple
of weeks.
It's like
they were playing the Yankees for a while. George Karatz is coming back over to the table to get some water.
Definitely a day where you have to hydrate.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, I've applied sunscreen to the back of my neck several times already. I still think I'm going to get sunburnt. You know, they say the luck of the Irish. I'm yet to experience that luck. I don't exactly know what they're referencing there because I just get sunburned all the time.
All right, so for the Seawolves, after they played it 4 last inning, it will be 5, 6, and 7. Scott Gell, Johnny Pilla, and Aiden Coffey. Gell, of course, behind the plate today. Batting .260 on the season. He'll now wait for the first pitch of the inning from Monmouth, as that is fouled back for strike 1. Mealy looking to recover after that first inning where, of course, the base runner ruled to be his fault. They ruled it a double, but that play should have been made, as that's another ground ball to the left side for strike 2.
So a little bit of sideline reporting from George. Apparently the football team has Googled the Monmouth roster and are heckling them by name.
Home field advantage, I guess. Gell quickly in an 0-2 count. Mealy, here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Well, and Kevin, this is something we've seen a lot. Stony Brook teams coming out to support their counterparts, but I haven't seen this, at least on the level of baseball this year.
No.
1-2 pitch. Popped up foul. Drifting to the right side, should go out of play, and it does.
I guess that's the difference of a 54-degree day in March, a 70-something degree day.
I mean, again, on top of it, it's like, again, it's back to the intimate setting that we were talking about. Everything is going to be amplified here at Joe Nathan Field because it's so small. You know, anytime you have 50 people showing up to a...
And that is a line drive into left center field, so a leadoff base hit. Sorry to interrupt you, but Scott Gell, a leadoff base runner for Stony Brook.
He sat back on the curveball and pulled it in there to center field. Nice hit by Gell.
And anytime you have 50 people in a 12,000-person stadium of Kenneth P. Laval, it's not going to make as much of a difference as it is here.
The Seawolves have to be pretty pumped about this crowd out there.
Yeah.
Some of those crowds they were getting in March, I can imagine they weren't the best.
Yeah, but when it's raining and 30 degrees and freezing, can't really blame them. All right, so the Seawolves leadoff base runner here at first. Johnny Pilla, DHing today, will step up, the lefty. First pitch, another foul pop up to the right side. This one should also venture out of play for strike one.
Yeah, a lot of first pitch swinging for Stony Brook. And listen, they're getting contact off of it. I wonder if they're going to switch that up at all and pull the rug out of the feet of Mealy.
Yeah, I saw Johnny Pilla hit a blast last year. I guess he's off to a little bit of a slow start, or I guess it's not really a slow start anymore, but on the interstate there. But
well, right, Pilla, another guy that just like Matt Jackson or a Chens Dowdy before these last couple weeks, someone that you just want to get back into the lineup. As that is grounded to first, could be a double play. Out at second, safe at first. So nice play at first by Walsh, the first baseman. Able to get the lead runner at second, but Pilla able to leg out the fielder's choice. Number 7 batter for Stony Brook, Aiden Coffey, comes up with one out and the runner on first. Coffey, another guy who the hits haven't necessarily been there, but he's been getting on base fairly well. A lot of walks, been hit by pitches.
What's your guys' go-to coffee order?
I don't drink coffee, but
I'm more of an espresso man.
I always see you with that Starbucks cup.
Yep.
Espresso is like coffee though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a version of it.
Yeah.
But it's not coffee.
I'm back on milk and sugar, going old school.
Milk and sugar, all right.
I was doing creamer for a while, but...
You do tea at all, Kevin?
No.
No?
My voice, like as much as work you do, I think I'm going to have to get into it if I ever get working like you, right? Helps your voice.
I mean, it does help. I definitely do that in the winter. In the summers when I don't really get sick as much, not as much tea.
Yep. Tea is great in the winter, though. Nice, warm you up a little.
I still haven't tried that matcha.
Coffey hits it kind of shallow into center field. Always the sun to battle, but that one finally comes down for Richter.
He was
route number 2.
He was much more comfortable than the left fielder.
Yeah. Well, maybe the angle of the sun a little easier. I can't really see who has sunglasses, but...
Again, I'm telling you, if someone gets a hold of one of these balls on a good launch angle, that thing is going to sail for days.
Yep, because even these shallow flies going a little further than they maybe should. Pilla, we saw a pickoff in the last at-bat. Great speed there at first. 11 stolen bases on the year as there's another pickoff as I say that. So maybe looking to get a 2-out runner into scoring position with a stolen base. As Mike Cervoni steps up to the plate. 1-0 is the count from Mealy. Here's the pitch. Outside, a back pick attempt. And diving back safe is Pilla.
I mean, they know the Stony Brook team likes to get aggressive on the base path, so that's why you're hearing so many.
Well, Cervoni, a guy who kind of out of nowhere in the last week has been getting a lot more playing time.
Second base is kind of open here if they want to look for a steal.
2-0 pitch going down. They say Cervoni did not swing, so 3-0. Another appeal, that one. Seemed pretty easy to see that it was not a swing. Unlike the ones to, was it Dowdy? Yep. So 3-0 count. Cervoni waiting, and he swings on 3-0. Pops it foul towards us, but it will go foul behind us.
Got some catching PTSD right there.
How do you feel about that, the 3-0 swing?
Yeah, I think this position, I mean, early in the game, trying to get something going, and bottom of the order, I mean.
Yep, pitch to hit. Still advantageous position here with 3-1. Pilla still leading off second as another foul ball.
Ooh,
just going to go out of play to the right
had
side.
A little bit more leg to it than I originally thought.
It just wasn't that high, so it looked like.
Could have stayed in. Oh, baby, look who it is. It's Travis Quigley. What's going on, Mr. Quigley?
So a couple foul balls. Takes it from 3-0 to 3-2. Pilla will be in motion as that is lined into left field, but it's going to hang up. And Lovar able to make that catch So Cervoni hit it well, but was unable to get a base hit out of it. Seawolves strand the leadoff runner as we move to the top of the third. Stony Brook 1-0 over Monmouth.
So Colagrande coming out here for his third inning. No hits so far. So how many strikeouts he's got? He's got
3.
2 last inning and, okay, 3.
Yep. And now working against the bottom of the order, it'll be Jimmy Bruno, R.J. Mastaro, and Colin Richter. A chance to all of a sudden turn this into a great start, not just a good start.
So you're saying that is Worley going to piggyback Colagrande or no? That's
no. What was happening before was Worley used to start on Friday.
Oh, okay.
And Colagrande would start on Saturday. But Jim Martin decided to switch it up. Of course, the head coach last week against Hofstra, because Worley had the results but wasn't getting the length he might have wanted.
But it worked. It worked last Friday.
Well, last Friday it didn't necessarily work as Colagrande gave up 8 runs in just 3 innings.
But did they win?
No.
I was going to say.
But
this baseball's so superstitious. If
yes.
They wanted.
And so, right, it would have made sense if it worked that they would keep it up, but
he liked what he saw, I guess.
Yep.
Change of pace. And
well, and because Colagrande, a guy that he only gave 3 innings in that start against Hofstra, but he's a guy that gives more length than Worley. And the Seawolves bullpen was running a little overworked in the games before that. But it worked out for Worley, actually. I don't know if it was extra rest, but fired in his best start of his career on Saturday. 7 innings, 13 strikeouts.
That was Worley?
Yep.
Nice, okay.
So I guess that's why he's keeping it. Liked what he saw from Worley on Saturday. And so far, Colagrande off to a much better start as we head to the top of the third.
Do we have a confirmed doubleheader tomorrow?
I don't think so. I don't know if it's been confirmed. I think it was because, forecasted rain on Sunday, maybe kind of trying to get ahead of the curve. Move 2 games to Saturday, but we'll keep you updated. 0-1 is the count from Colagrande to Bruno. In there for strike 2, so getting ahead, as we've already seen, is a trend for Colagrande so far.
Like you said, he eats a lot of innings, and how you do that is throwing strikes.
Yep.
So that pitch count goes up, they'll get you out of there. But
quickly 0-2 to Bruno, the shortstop. And he lines that into left field for a base hit. So taking the 0-2 fastball, dumping it into left field. Not really hard hit, but enough to get over Cervoni and Coffey.
Yeah, the shortstop getting it going here for Monmouth.
Yep.
So Colagrande's got his first
base runner. And now R.J. Mastaro, the right fielder. According to these stats, I will double check them, but this is first at bat of the season. Interesting coming in mid-April as he takes strike 1. Trying to confirm if that's correct. Mastaro is a junior from Westville, New Jersey. He fouls back that pitch, and again, quick to 0-2. And I guess I spoke too soon. The stats, not correct. He has played in 33 games, 248 average, 4 home runs. So definitely not
a
his first
misstat there.
Yep.
On the,
but a strikeout from Colagrande and a back pick to first. Safe at first is Bruno, but Mastaro again chasing way out of the zone in the dirt.
Yeah, breaking ball there.
Yep, that bread and butter for Colagrande.
So here comes the 9-hitter now.
Colin Richter, the lefty batter.
Some of those big bats coming up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a big out here for Colagrande.
Yep. Pickoff attempts, maybe, as you said, Kevin, trying to not even let it get to that top of the order.
Definitely don't want traffic with those big home run numbers some of those guys got.
Right, Hunt,
and then it was, Nick Lavarco at 6, too.
Yeah. Another back pick attempt, and another.
Who's got the most home runs on Seawolves?
Seawolves?
Someone's got 3, I think.
Right, I know Chens Dowdy and Matt Jackson, I believe both have 3.
That's why when I saw 2 guys with 6, I was like, oh, geez.
Yeah. Pickoff attempt again, so 2 pickoffs 2 back picks. And Bruno, it's not even like he's a huge stolen base threat. Just 2 attempted stolen bases this year. Both were successful, but really keeping their eye on him at first here with 1 out. 1-0 pitch. In there for strike 1.
Got the corner there. Nice pitch.
And you mentioned throwing strikes lets you get deep into games, and he has been just all around the zone. Even the misses just outside. Pretty much everything has been near the zone.
If you're getting chases, and that's what you got to do.
Another pickoff, third. That one a much closer play, but once again, diving back safe is Bruno.
And NCAA doesn't have any rules on that, right? They can pick off.
Right, in the MLB, that would count as a balk, the third pickoff attempt, but no limit here in the NCAA. So still just a 1-1 count, as that is hit well into right field. That is back at the track, and that is gone. So you mentioned the powerful hitters at the top of the lineup, but it's a number 9 hitter who sends it a line drive over the right field fence towards the Stony Brook bullpen. He'll take the trot, and the entire team coming out of the dugout to congratulate him. And just like that, Monmouth 2-1 advantage.
Yeah, Colin Richter, 9 hitter right there, got the lefty smashed into the woods there in right field. So Cola Grande, 2 runs there.
Yep. And now even more trouble as the lineup turns over. And that's ball 1 to Hunt, who flew out, or popped out, I believe, to third in his first at-bat to lead off the game. 2-0 now is the count as that pitch in the dirt.
So maybe those pickoff attempts with the shortstop there at first base got him to Caligrande's, got him a little flustered there.
Focusing too much on the runner maybe instead of the batter, gave up the home run as that is slashed out of play to the left side.
Yeah, I can't get stats fast, but I wonder if that's Colin Richter's first home run. But
I was going to check that too, but
it's hard to navigate this.
Yep. Especially, Kevin, you're on a phone. It's pretty difficult.
I couldn't see my laptop. It was so bright. I get screwed with the brightness.
Very sunny today. Is that one just missed? Looked like it was near the zone, but the count moves to 3-1. So Cola Grande in danger of walking his first batter here, but instead gets the swing and a miss and a full count.
That's what's being a pitcher's about. You got to just let up a run, let up a home run. You got to be kind of numb to it all if you want to be a pitcher.
Don't shy away from what you've been doing. Trust your stuff, despite the one mistake pitch.
If it gets in your head, it's going to be a short outing. So.
And the first batter after a home run is always important. But that is ball 4. So after the home run, a full count walk to Wyatt Hunt. And now Brendan Bucher will come up to the plate with a runner on first and 1 out as the Seawolves convening a little in the infield.
Yeah, the pitching coach going to come out here and
still just the top of the 3rd inning here at Joe Nathan Field in the first game of this 3-game series.
You got to wonder about, though, the doubleheader. I mean, we're not positive yet, but it looks like that might be the case. And
you're right, and that would change maybe the
bullpen plans. Yeah. Because you got a doubleheader tomorrow, so it's if those guys pitch today, they're not going to be pretty much available for. I mean, some of them, I don't know. These guys got rubber arms out there. But it's a chess match.
Yep, always a game of strategy here, especially in college baseball, even more so than the MLB, I'd say. So back to action here in the top of the 3rd. First pitch to Bucher in for strike 1. So good change of pace there from the last couple batters, getting ahead 0-1.
Yeah, all these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all batting way above 300. So
0-1 pitch. Chopped, could be a double play. Coffey, bad toss to second, and it pulls Schaefer off the bag, so everybody's safe.
You talked about they were cleaning up, but just back to the bad habits.
Well, and Coffey, a guy who has struggled defensively pretty much this whole way through the season. It's kind of affected his playing time, getting the start here at short.
Maybe he was thinking about going to first, but
a
poor toss there.
And, I mean, with Hunt on first, speedy base runner, as that pitch fired well back.
This is Chris Walsh.
Yep.
This is one of the guys with 6 home runs, trying to lay down a bunt here. So,
but the speed of Hunt going to second, maybe hurried Coffee up. He had to rush that toss, and instead of 2 outs, they got none. Still a chance for a double play here with 1 out. Quickly an 0-2 count to Walsh. So Colagrande, you want the double play, but you'll take a strikeout.
Kind of a big bat right here. Big hitter for hitter for Monmouth, and Colagrande trying to rebound from.
You mentioned it, Walsh, 6 blasts this year, 31 RBIs, takes ball 1, just off the zone. So now a couple pitches where both sides have been kind of in disagreement.
The football team didn't like that call.
Yep. So already some fans questioning the ump. I think it's too early in the game for that. But regardless, 1-2 count. Runners on first and second. Up and in. Almost hit Walsh.
There's some chin music there.
Yep. But just like that, it's a 2-2 count. So Colagrande not as tight here in this 3rd inning as we've seen in the first 2, where he was just firing in strikes, as you mentioned earlier. 2-2. Drifting outside. Did not get Walsh to chase. And another full count.
He's got a few hitters on that pitch, but not Walsh there.
Yep. And Walsh, disciplined hitter. As you can tell by his .342 average. Payoff, 3-2 pitch. And a nice pickup at third. Chance for 2. Throw to first is safe. So a hard ground ball, but Cervoni able to pick it out of the dirt. Step on third for the force.
That'd be a really impressive double play, but they do get the lead out there at third. So first and second, here comes the 4-hitter for the Hawks.
Yep, as Whitehill steps up, that hit from Walsh looked like at first it could have gone down the line, maybe for a 2-run double. Cervoni, quick reflexes, picking it out of the turf, able to get the second out.
He's had a couple putouts over there. So
yes, 3rd play, I think, of the game already in 3 innings as Whitehill takes strike 1.
And I see Colagrande right there with the strike, so now that kind of settles him down.
Let's see if that can kind of spark Colagrande to get the 3rd out, limit the damage, and get Seawolves back up to bat. 0-1 pitch. Just outside for strike 2. So caught the corner there. And there he is getting ahead of the count, something he wasn't able to do the last couple of batters.
It's walking the tightrope being a pitcher. Now the momentum's going his way.
Runners at first and second still. Here's the pitch. That's spiked, and it gets away from Gell. And the runners each advance a base. That ball spiked so high up, I thought there was even a chance Bucher could have scored from second on that. But Gell able to scamper to the ball, limit it to just a normal wild pitch. But now 2 runners in scoring position. And Whitehill with just a base hit can extend this lead.
Yeah, 2 ducks on the pond here, second and third for the 4-hitters. So huge at bat here, 1 and 2.
Whitehill, no slouch at the bat. 323, 3 home runs. And he does line it into right field for a base hit. 1 run will score. Throw to the plate is cut off. So he does get that 2-run single. And it's a 4 spot for Monmouth here in the top of the 3rd. And it's 4-1. Whitehill able to come up with a big hit, down to 1 and 2. So Colagrande, unlike the first couple innings, not able to put away batters once he gets to 2 strikes. And now really needs to limit the damage.
That row of 1 to 5 hitters all hitting 300. This is the last one, but.
And that is chopped slowly to Cervoni. Another pick, throw to first, scooped out of there by Carson. So another ball where Cervoni had to charge it, make a tough play, and they get the 3rd out finally, but not before 4 runs come across. And now the Seawolves work to do as they come up to bat here in the 3rd, down by 3.
Yeah, Colagrande, I mean, 2 innings he was doing
flawless.
Really well, but what was it? It started off with the single by the shortstop, and then
and then the home run by the number 9 batter.
Yeah, that really rattled him.
Yep.
The 9-hitter went deep, and then top of the order came up, and the 4-hitter there put the cherry on top for the Hawks there in the top third.
Much like Monmouth, however, the Seawolves will have pretty much the top of the lineup turning over here in the third. It'll be James Schaefer in the 9-hole before Zamperone and Drumbowski will come up for the second at-bats.
Yeah, 9-1-2-3, so let's see if our 9-hitter can match.
Yes.
I mean, the only way you can really match him is with a home run. But
yeah.
We'll
see if he can produce just as Richter did in the 9 spot. But on the other side, for Mealy on the mound, he also wants to have a really quick inning. Get his team, who right now is red hot in that last inning, right back up to bat, and sort of a new outing all of a sudden.
You can make the case for Mealy if his left fielder had bigger, not of his bigger sunglasses, but lost that ball there. He could have put up a goose egg right now. I think actually earned runs. I don't think that was an earned run.
They did rule it a double.
Wow.
I know, misplay, but I think they said
it's like Little League. Everybody gets a trophy.
I think they said the left fielder did not get a glove on it, so they count it as a base hit. But Schaefer grounds it to shortstop, and that is thrown to Whitehill for out number 1. So after Schaefer, the 9 batter, retired on just 1 pitch, lineup flips right back to Nick Zamperone.
We got Nick and Nick here coming up, 1-2.
Yep.
So
Zamperone and Drombowski is the first Nick takes one that almost nicks him, in fact. Up and in for ball 1.
Knicks, Saturday night, 6 p.m. I don't know if you're a basketball guy, big playoff series.
First, the Atlanta Hawks, of course, as you mentioned, starting as another ground ball to third and another nice throw.
6 o'clock on Prime, so all the boomers can get angry. They don't have Amazon Prime. Where do I watch this game?
Still some play-in action to come today.
Steph Curry, yeah, right.
Yep.
Going for that 8 seed. Him and Al Horford. Still got it.
Yep, saving the Warriors against the Clippers. And then
Kristaps Porzingis is also on that squad.
I don't know if you saw any of that Hornets game.
Yeah, LaMelo Ball, right? He went all for. There was
a
questionable
Kobe White.
call.
Yeah, game time 3. So much drama already, and the playoffs haven't even started. So stuff to look forward to. I believe NHL also right around the corner of the playoffs. I don't know if it started yet.
No regional teams though, right? Islanders, Devils, Rangers, but the Sabres finally snapped that 14-year drought. So now it's just the Jets.
Yep.
With the worst drought in professional sports.
So now with 2 outs, Nick Drumbowski trying to get a 2-out rally started for the Seawolves. Drumbowski chops one to first, and it stays fair. So 3 kind of weak ground balls.
That's what they call a shutout inning there for the Monmouth Hawks. His team put him on front, and he 3 quick outs.
So not the ideal for Stony Brook after giving up 4 runs. Cola Grande will look to have a bounce-back inning here and keep it at 4-1 as we move to the top of the 4th.
We're going to switch roles now?
Yep.
All right.
I get to rest my voice just a little.
It's like Howie Rose and the other guy, whoever the other guy is.
Yep.
So that is going to be the pitcher who's been pitching, right? Is Hunter Colagrande here coming out for the top of the 4th after a 4-run inning from the Monmouth Hawks here in Stony Brook, New York. 4th inning. I'm Kevin Wigan, joined by Diego. How do you say that last name? That was
Shirazi.
Shirazi. All right. Diego Shirazi. So Colagrande, the Seawolves came up there in the bottom of the 3rd. 9-1-2. Quick outs for the opposite pitcher. A shutout inning. So the Seawolves look to put some zeros on the board for Colagrande and get back in this game. 4-1. Colagrande now top 4, going to try to respond.
Yep. And for the Seawolves, if you're Colagrande, this is an inning you need to have, because Stony Brook did what they needed to do and got out in front early in this must-win series. As I think we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, if they even want a chance to make the playoffs, they need to win the series. A sweep, of course, is ideal. But if you lose even 2 out of 3, that might be it.
You know what doubleheaders are. They're crazy, so it's really hard to win both games. Normally they're splits. Famously, I think that's – here we go, 6-7, 8, 9 for the Hawks here. It's going to be Jake Howlett, the designated hitter. He's 0 for 1.
Yep, Howlett grounded out to second in his first at-bat.
Colagrande right there gets some swinging outside. Colagrande trying to rebound from that 4th inning. Here's his second pitch. And it's a slider. What is it? Everyone now says, what's that pitch in Major League Baseball? A sweeper.
Sweeper, yeah.
Everything's a sweeper. So outside there with the sweeper.
Yep, I'd say that's a good guess.
There's another sweeper there, swinging. So Colagrande 1-2 now.
I believe Colagrande in interviews has said that he uses a curveball. I think that's probably the one that dips.
If we had like
that's probably his strikeout pitch.
If we had a clear view, I mean, I could try to. I love that sweeper. It really is anything moving. Feels like an easy out. And there's another curveball there. 2-2. Some off speed here for Colagrande.
Let's see if Colagrande can start this inning out with a strikeout or even an out.
Hey, he had some strikeouts with high fastball, so let's see if he goes to that here, 2-2. He does, and Howlett gets a piece of it, so 2-2. We'll do it again.
Well, and this is what really happened in that 3rd inning. He was able to get ahead, but unlike the first 2, unable to retire the hitters once he gets them to 2 strikes. Let's see if he can right here.
Colagrande with the pitch. It's out to left field, and it's going to be a little bit of a routine there for the left fielder there in Stony Brook. That's Nicholas Jumbrowski, one of the Knicks. The easy put out, no problem with the sun.
Well, and as Kevin Broderick said, Kevin, by the way, is, I believe, taking pictures right now, taking a quick break from the broadcast, but he was mentioning earlier this hot day, the ball's traveling, that one looked like it could have been a base hit off the bat.
It kind of died there.
But instead went all the way out to Drumbowski for the first out.
Here's Jimmy Bruno now, the shortstop for the Monmouth Hawks, who got things going in the 3rd inning with a single that really led to the 4 runs. Here's the pitch by Colagrande. It's a high fastball, so now it's 1-1.
Yep.
Jimmy Bruno also is a pest over there for Colagrande with the pickoff attempts. That's a foul ball way back there. There's some budded trees. Nice to see that.
Yep.
Terrible winter here on the East Coast.
A lot of balls going to that forest. I'm sure if you walked through for 5 minutes, you could find dozens. Because no one really goes to get them.
Here's the pitch from Colagrande. Oh, off speed. He had him really confused there, Jimmy Bruno. So that's his 4th strikeout for Colagrande. So 2 outs here. And here comes the right fielder, R.J. Mustaro, who we had to clear up that it's not his first game. There's some kind of stat confusion on the website.
Yep. In fact, he started 33 games.
The left fielder, so here's the pitch from Colagrande. That's in the dirt, 1-0. Big power bat now, the number 9 hitter, who hit the 2-run home run. Colin Richter is on deck, the center fielder. So this could be out. Colagrande wants to get. He doesn't want to see Richter in that box again.
Yep.
Especially with a man on first. And here's the pitch from Colagrande. It's a ground ball, foul.
Well, and still even with the home run to Richter, you'd still rather face him, I'd say, with runners on than any of their top guys.
Yeah, that's true.
So sort of the same situation as last time, just trying to get this lower half of the order out before the big bats really come up at the top of the order.
Yep. So 1-1 pitch here to R.J. Mustaro. And Colagrande right there, high strike, 1-2.
Yep, went right in on him.
My friend here in the Monmouth tab might have not liked that one, 1-2. So the 1-2 pitch, Colagrande looking for a put-out inning. It's in the dirt. It's the netting, 2-2.
I think a couple of games ago I might have seen one
Go
pop over on a wild pitch. Not exactly what you'd expect. That one, not quite as high, but still high off the net.
So a 2-2 pitch now to Mustaro and Calagrande in the rotation. Another off speed. Almost the same pitch he got Jimmy Bruno looking foolish on.
Yep. I think trying to bend that one right into the strike zone. Instead, way up and in, kind of almost hit him.
So full count here in the pitch. And strike 3. Wow, he punches him out.
Wow, another one got the inside corner. And again, Monmouth, not so sure about that one.
And he up-weighted a little bit, but he made
makes it even more painful.
Aesthetic punch out there. So Calagrande with his 5th strikeout gets through the 4th.
I'll tell you who is enjoying that, though. The football team.
Yeah, those 4 runs got them a little quieter over there, but hopefully the Seawolves now
can get all the fans sort of back engaged.
You get some runs and, you know, what do they say in Major League Baseball, too? Just kind of chip away here.
Yep, keep the line moving. And for anyone who may have been hearing maybe the anthem or any other music or anything, that's because, of course, if you've been to Joe Nathan Field, you know right next to the baseball field is the softball field. And at University Field, we do have a matchup that's just about to begin, I believe, in 2 minutes. Stony Brook softball facing their Long Island rival Hofstra.
Yeah, the Battle of Long Island over there, the softball field. So,
well, and of course, with 2 games going on at once, always a chance for a foul ball from one field going into the other field. Probably a little more common for a baseball to fly to the softball field, but still something just to keep in mind.
So the Seawolves will have 3, 4, 5 coming up here. Chance Dowdy, Chris Carson, and Scott Gell. And the pitcher here for Monmouth, who just had a put-out inning after his Mealy. He's actually really a great inning he had, that put-out inning last inning. So here comes Chance Dowdy.
Yeah, that last inning, just 3 non-competitive ground balls, really, just easy outs.
Here's the pitch. Dowdy gets a real hold of that one. Might be a little bit foul there. He's going to start screaming, but that was a shot. Wow.
Wow, that one way out into the street.
But it was foul. Wow. Straighten that out. Chance
Can't
Dowdy.
even say that's home run distance. That seems like underselling it. Just saying
that was a bomb. I just knew it was foul, kind of. So 1-1 inside there. Chance Dowdy. Yeah, that was a blast, but fortunately foul. So 1-1 pitch. Here from Ryan Mealy.
Always painful when you have a foul ball home run because you feel like no matter what you do in this at bat, unless you hit another dinger, as that is in for strike 2, won't really compare to what you could have had.
You normally don't see that. Once the one goes foul, it's like it's hard to do it again. You don't really see that very often.
Well, and it's unlikely that the pitcher will throw you that same kind of pitch after he sees what you just did.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's outside, 2-2 now.
Good eye.
Some off speed from Ryan Mealy to Chance Dowdy. 2-2 now. Whatever pitch Chance Dowdy got, I wonder if Mealy's going to go back to that one. I don't know. So the 2-2 pitch from Mealy. Oh, wow. The ump, they threw it down to third, and the ump paused there.
Wow.
He Mitch McConnell. He froze completely.
Yep, so sure that was a strikeout, they started throwing it around.
Full count now.
And the ump kind of paused, looking like he might punch him out.
His arm, I think, moves a little bit. So here's the 3-2 pitch. And that's right up the middle there for a single. And Chance Dowdy's going to start it off here with a single. And here comes 4-hitter. It's Chris Carson, the first baseman. The lefty throwing, lefty batter. What you want there over at first?
Well, Dowdy, this is a team full of speed. Dowdy not the top of the top at speed, but he's 3 for 3 on stolen bases so far. And for the Seawolves, wouldn't be surprised if we saw him trying to get in the scoring position.
So here's the pitch to Chris Carson, and it's in the dirt. Nice job there by the catcher for the Monmouth keeping it in front. And Chris Carson batting .274.
Yep, Carson been a consistent bat this season, coming with big hits, as there is a pickoff attempt.
Yeah, Ryan Mealy checking on Dowdy there. Looks like that might be on his wristband, actually, like the pitch comm type thing.
You're right.
I thought it was a wrist.
Right, I believe you commented on it a little earlier.
I guess you got to adapt here, and that's a strike there in the corner. 1-2. So Chris Carson here, 1-2 count.
I think 1-1.
1-1. Okay. Ryan Mealy punching in his numbers there. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Chris Carson. Little hold here. Chris Carson gets a piece of it, but it's foul to right field. A little early there.
Well, and now with 2 strikes, we see the infield for Monmouth really shift over to the right.
Maybe a different approach here for Chris Carson.
Jimmy Bruno, the shortstop.
You can see that hole right there, third base to
all the way on the right side of the infield.
If Chris Carson can punch one that way, we get something going here. So here's the 1-2 pitch.
Another long hold.
Yep. It's going to be a pickoff to Chance Dowdy. Ryan Mealy checking on him.
Yep, Dowdy diving back easily.
He's got a sizable lead, but
hasn't appeared to look like he's going so far.
So here's the 1-2 again to Chris Carson. There into the woods. We'll do 1-2 again. So Chris Carson, pretty good at bat here, fouling it off a little bit, making Mealy work. Here's the 1-2 pitch again to Chris Carson.
A lot of long holds here for Mealy.
That's out to right field. It could be, actually, that's a home run. Chris Carson, the Carson maniac. I'm not sure the old Johnny Carson exactly what it was, but Chris Carson gets the Seawolves back here, 4-3. The great Carsoni, maybe it was. I got to get that right, but Chris Carson, 4-3 Seawolves. Points to the football team. They love it. The Seawolves are right back in this game. Nice celebration there from the Seawolves. He got all that one to right field, to that, to those trees there.
Just what the doctor ordered for the Seawolves. Exactly what they could have been looking for. Right back in this game, as you mentioned, Kevin. Carson, his second blast of the year.
Nice, 2 home runs there for Carson. So here comes the 5-hitter now. It's going to be the backstop, Scott Gell.
Yep, Gell already 1 for 1.
So let's see how Ryan Mealy is going to respond now to that home run there by Chris Carson, getting the Seawolves right back here. And Gell kind of hits one. Shortstop looks like he's under it. Going to battle the sun, but does a nice job there.
Yep, nice play by Bruno. Had it the entire way.
So there's a response right there from Ryan Mealy. There's 1 out, but here comes the DH, Johnny Pilla.
Right, interesting. Mealy able to do what Colagrande was unable to do, which is retire the first batter after a home run.
Yeah, you got to just have that mindset that keep going and numb it out. There's a high pitch, 1-0 to Johnny Pilla, designated hitter today. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Johnny Pilla. That's a fastball on the outside. Could have been a ball, but I guess a little questionable there. I've had some issues with the umps here in the stands from different.
Yep, both sides.
1-1 pitch, Johnny Pilla.
Another foul ball.
Another foul ball. 1-2. Got to feel good, though, about that Chris Carson home run, I mean.
Yep. And it just shows, I remember Jim Martin in an interview a couple weeks ago against UNC Wilmington said this team's always in games.
Outside, 2-2 now.
They can go down big. They don't want to go down big, but they can fight back. They can get the big hits.
So Ryan Mealy, his first real getting hit hard here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Outside again.
Right, that is true, because in that first inning, they scored off with a kind of weak fly ball that just dropped.
Yeah, we had a nice hit by Dowdy to center field, and then Chris Carson. So here's the 3-2 pitch from Mealy to Pilla. It's going to be ball 4, and the pitcher, Mealy there, looks like touching his arm a little bit. And
yeah, but I don't know if it's tiredness.
Or frustration.
Or frustration, yes.
So here's going to be, for the Seawolves, it's Aiden Coffey, the shortstop, who actually had a little bit of a misplay with a throw to second base that went out for safe.
Yep, best way to feel better about a misplay is to get it back with the bat. Let's see if you can do that right here.
And there's the catcher throws over to first, checks on Pilla there, but Johnny Pilla at first, 1 out. Aiden Coffey, the shortstop, at 197 coming to the game, so looking to get over that interstate back in the 200s.
Well, in Coffey, I think I mentioned this during his first at bat. Yes, just 197, only 15 hits this year, but 13 walks so far. He has a 351 on-base percentage. So
the LBP.
Yep, still able to get on base.
So here's the 1-0 pitch for Mealy. That's a nice there, strike. 1-1. So the bottom of the order for the Seawolves look to get something going here like the Hawks had with their 9-hitter.
Yep, Cervoni and Schaefer are after Coffey right here with 1 out.
So here's the 1-1 pitch to Coffey. It's a high fly ball. The center fielder looks a little comfortable out there with the sun. Has no problem with the put out, so that's 2 outs now. A fly out from Coffey. Nice put out there for the Monmouth Hawks. No problem with the sun. High fly ball. So here's Mike Cervoni, who you did say has been replacing somebody at third, I guess, recently.
Well, it's more of that Mike Villani was getting a lot of playing time at shortstop.
Okay.
But these last couple of games, at least the midweek against Manhattan, Cervoni got at bats at third and hit a home run.
Nice. And the ball gets away there on a pickoff attempt, and Johnny Pilla is going to get into second, and he's going to go for third, actually.
He'll get it.
Yeah, safely. Stays there, puts his oven mitt on the base, or doesn't have an oven mitt. But
he does have an oven mitt, but he used the other hand.
So Johnny Pilla at third now, and there's a run out there for the Seawolves to tie this ball game for Cervoni.
Yep, you just mentioned it. Tying run 90 feet away here in the bottom of the fourth. Stony Brook down 3-4 to Monmouth.
Ryan Mealy with the 2-run home run from Chris Carson that got the Seawolves 1 run away. Here's the pitch. And it's to the hot corner. Cervoni. Oh, and 33, he trips. It's going to tie the game for the Seawolves. Cervoni hits it over there to the third baseman for Monmouth, and he pretty much trips over himself over there in the turf. Tie ball game. Seawolves are all even up here.
Wow.
4-4 in the fourth.
Strange play there because Cervoni hit it right down the line. Looked like it could have even hopped up off the bag, but Whitehill, the third baseman, able to get right in front of it and make a nice play, but just couldn't find the footing.
I'm not sure if he would have had him regardless, but Simi Whitehill was ready to gear one up and throw it to first, so Seawolves could have got a break there. There's a bunt from the 9-hitter. It's going to be a foul ball, so a strike for James Schaefer, the second baseman for the Seawolves. But tie ball game here, 4-4. So Seawolves right back in the game. The football team's right back in the game as well. So tie ball
that
game.
Home run really re-energized them, as it should.
Nobody likes to lose or be losing. It's no fun. So here's the 0-1 pitch to the 9-hitter. It's a strike, 0-2, James Schaefer here in an 0-2 hole.
Well, and Cervoni, not even a threat on the base path, not attempted a stolen base so far this year. But still, we've seen a lot of back picks and pickoffs from Monmouth.
And these catchers aren't shy to throw it over
they
there.
have the scouting report about Stony Brook and how they want to run.
So here's the I think it's an 0-2 pitch, actually. It's wrong on the scoreboard. It's going to be a ground ball to the short-handed shortstop over there, but does bounce it to second, but it is an out. So 4-4, Seawolves tied up. Chris Carson, the great Carsoni. I got to make sure that's the right nickname there, but big blast to right field, and then it was a Cervoni hit to the hot corner where he plays, and Simi Whitehill tripped over himself. 4-4 Seawolves.
And now again, seems like we've been saying this, but how does Colagrande respond to that?
Yeah,
Can he throw up a 0 here?
Yeah, it was Mealy that got those 4 runs and got 3 easy putouts. Almost felt like it was in like 2 minutes. So Hunter Colagrande has got a new lease on life here. 4-4, 0-0 really. So let's see how he responds.
Right. Basically, it's just a 5-inning ball game right now.
Some good action here, though. We've seen some long balls now. We got 2.
Yep.
Chris Carson, the 9-hitter there.
Pair of 2-run home runs. And for Colagrande so far, 66 pitches. So he has at least an inning left in the tank if he can be efficient and productive.
Yeah, like you said, he's Coach Martin loves that he's a real innings eater and gets you late into the ball game. So we know with a doubleheader coming up, the bullpen's definitely going to be tasked in that doubleheader.
Well, and I mentioned that Mike Villani wasn't getting the starts these last couple games. He is in now, replacing Coffey at short. So Coffey struggling with the glove and with the bat today. He gets lifted here in the 5th.
That's going to be Mike Villani there taking over for Coffey at shortstop. So top of the 5th here, 4-4, pretty much it's an all-new ball game. Chris Carson, huge home run to right field.
Yep, Monmouth, 4 runs on 3 hits, and all 4 came in that 3rd inning. Stony Brook, 4 runs on 5 hits. Both teams have had an error.
So they meet again. It's Hunter Colagrande versus Colin Richter, the 9-hitter that got him for a 2-run home run in that 4-run inning for the Hawks. So here's the first pitch to Richter from Colagrande. Actually flinched, kind of embarrassing.
Yep.
0-1.
Well, Kevin Broderick is back, so welcome back. Did you get any good pictures?
I did get the home run for Stony Brook on video. I wasn't taking pictures.
So
you're right. That's what George is probably here for.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Richter. Right on the corner there, 0-2. So Colagrande's got the 9-hole hitter, Richter, who took one out of here for the Hawks. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Colagrande. Uses the curveball there outside, 1-2.
Yep, we've seen that curveball. That's the pitch he wants to use to put him away. Couldn't get control of it right there, but still a lot of opportunities with a 1-2 count.
So here's the 1-2 pitch from Colagrande. It's high, 2-2. So Richter here, a big out, because we do know that 1 through 5 we've been talking about, all 300 averages plus. So.
Yep, don't want to give up a leadoff base runner with this.
Especially want to put out inning after those runs there from the Seawolves. And there's a shot. That's a case of the ball will find you.
I was about to say that if you didn't just say that.
Welcome to the ball game, and that's
Villani,
number 16, who just took over for Coffey.
Gentlemen, it is quite hot outside still.
Yes.
It's the heat of the day. You can feel it.
I'm just waiting for a gust of wind, but we haven't really had it.
No. And again, I said it earlier in the broadcast, we're going to see a couple home runs today. Already came true. I doubt we're done just yet.
You missed my the great Carsoni call.
Oh.
So here's the leadoff hitter for Monmouth, and my StatCast just went. I think my phone's overheating here. It's going to be Wyatt Hunt, the second baseman. So here's the pitch from Colagrande. It's in the dirt, so it's 2-0 now.
Hunt 0 for 1 today. Popped out to 3rd in the 1st inning and then walked in the 3rd.
The Colagrande looking for that shutout inning after those 3 runs from the Seawolves. So here's the 2-1 pitch. And it's outside, 3-1.
Looked just low, I think. That looked like a case of Gell trying to frame it.
Yeah.
So at the end, it looked like it was right in the zone, but I think it was actually out.
That outside corner has been much discussed today. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and it's inside, so the Hawks are going to have a base runner here for their 2-hitter.
Softball is going on behind us as well. Bottom of the 1st inning, nothing between the Pride and the Seawolves.
Seawolves look like runners on base, though. I see a runner on 3rd.
Yep.
So Brendan Bucher, the catcher, steps in here. The runner on 1st, 1 out. Colagrande, little off speed maybe, strike, 0-1.
Yep, we've seen him get ahead with that fastball that time, using the off speed just off the corner for strike 1.
Yeah, Bucher 0 for 2, but does have a .329 batting average.
Well, he reached on the error.
Okay. Another outside, questionable, but it's a ball, so 1-1 now, Colagrande.
Yep, that outside corner's been, wouldn't say the most consistent.
But he's there, though. Colagrande is really, he's pinching at those corners, so that's how you do it. Here's the 1-1 pitch. We got a, fake steal, and then Gell pops out of his gloves. So the fake steal, Wyatt Hunt playing a little bit of possum there, and Scott Gell popped out of his gloves. So man on 2nd now. Runners in scoring position for the catcher for the Hawks.
Yep, and if Gell held on to that, looked like he could have even back-picked him at first, because you mentioned Hunt kind of bluffing the steal, but he got caught in no man's land, basically.
And these catchers
lucky that popped out.
You said they haven't been shy throwing over to the first.
Yep.
So he wanted the gun one over there. And there's a ball down, so 3-1 now. Colagrande not trying to get 2 walks in a row here. And that pitch count getting up there. I think you said he had 66 coming in.
Yep, 75 right now. There's some stirring going on in the Seawolves bullpen. I don't know if anyone's throwing just yet, but I see some action.
So here's the 3-1 pitch. And it's a ball, so that's the second consecutive walk now for Cola Grande, and looks like we're going to get, is that the pitching coach or is that Jim Martin?
Might be, well, we'll just have to see, I guess.
It is the pitching coach.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But I do, in fact, see action in the Seawolves bullpen.
2 different arms up right now.
So maybe this is a case of getting those guys ready, or, I mean, still Cola Grande, he's going to get this batter here.
I think Aiden Cola Grande, one of the guys warming up in the bullpen, we saw that, Kevin, a couple weeks ago, where the Cola Grandes combined for the entire game. So, Martin, maybe look at that formula today.
There's 2 Cola Grandes?
Yep. Aiden Cola Grande, older brother.
You know what's better than 1? 2.
Yeah, yep.
So here's the 3-hitter for the Hawks. It's going to be
Chris Walsh.
Yeah, Chris Walsh with those 6 home runs. Was he the one, I think, last at bat? Did he get the no, that was, we got him out, but he's 0 for 2 in the day. 6 home runs, though, coming into the game. Him and Nick Lavarco.
Pair of power hitters here for that Monmouth team.
So 1 out here, 4-4. Cola Grande, 2 consecutive walks. And there's another one on the ground. Scott Gell keeps it in front of him. 1-0. Chris Walsh, the first baseman. Cola Grande losing the strike zone a little bit here. We got a left-hander there in the bullpen. Maybe a right-hander too. Runner's bluff steals again. For a swinger, though, by outside pitch.
Good pitch. Got him to chase.
Early on in the game, that was the pitch he was definitely going to. So 1-1 pitch here from Cola Grande. Men on first and second. That's going to be to the hot corner. Try to turn 2 here. And they get it. What a play right there.
Again, just what the Seawolves needed. Cola Grande getting life from his infield. Nice, I believe, 5-4-3 double play there.
And now you wonder if he's going to come back for a 6 as well.
I wouldn't be surprised if he came in.
At least to start it.
Yep.
It was third baseman,
yep,
Cervoni. Cervoni over there. Was the second baseman, Schaefer. Nice double play right there. Got Cola Grande out of some trouble there, logjam on the bases. So football team loves it. Look at Cola Grande chant. Cola Grande's got some fans in the football team. So here comes the Monmouth pitcher, who's also going to stay out there.
Yep, Mealy. We mentioned Cola Grande's pitch count. Mealy's only thrown 57, but he did have that bad inning last inning.
It was last inning. It was Chris Carson. Chris Carson parking one into the trees out there in right field. So the Seawolves will have the top of the order. Nick Zamprione leading off here, 0 for 2 for the Seawolves, but the leadoff hitter looking to get the Seawolves get something started.
Yep, and we know Zamp so far this season is a guy that can come up with those clutch hits, big at bats.
I like that Zamp. That's a good.
Yep, he had a walk-off in that first game against UNCW, kind of spurred them on to a series victory. Yeah, let's see if he can start off this inning here as Stony Brook tries to untie this game.
Yeah, I've been reading on that SBU sideline. You see Zamprione's name all over those caps. So he leads off here. Seawolves in white, which is a good color to be wearing today. Would much rather be wearing white than Monmouth blue. This,
I made a mistake by wearing a black shirt.
Oh, yeah, that was your first mistake, Diego.
Yeah. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Zamprione. And it's a curveball there. Gets Zamprione a little bit out in front. Ryan Mealy here in his 5th inning of work. That's right up the middle, and Zamprione. Zamp puts a Zamp on it. We got a man on first here for the Seawolves.
Yep.
And Nick. Let's see what the other Nick
has. That just shows you don't have to hit it hard every single time to get a base hit.
Yep.
He just hit it where they ain't. And he did that right there.
So now Nicholas Jombrowski.
Well, and Zamperone definitely a stolen base candidate. I don't think we've seen much running from the Seawolves.
No, not at all. And maybe that's because Monmouth has been
so aggressive.
So many back picks as well.
And we confirmed, Kevin Broderick, that Ryan Mealy is not wearing a wristband. He's wearing a pitch
comm.
A pitch comm on his. So here's the 0-0 pitch from Mealy. And there's a curveball inside.
But Zamperone, 16 stolen bases this season, just 3 times caught.
Dromboski here. The left fielder. Left-handed bat. Zamperone over there at first. Mealy takes a look at him. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And it's right up the middle. It's going to be the sure-handed Monmouth Hawks shortstop. Nice double play there. He's been really sticking out there for the Hawks with his bat and his glove. It's a sure-handed shortstop.
That's a little unfortunate with the hop off the pitcher's mound. If that was a little bit slower, you potentially have both runners safe. 2 on for Chance Dowdy, who's been a hot bat.
But Jimmy Bruno, nice play over there for the Hawks. So 2 outs here. Ryan Mealy gets a nice double play. That feels good. So Chance Dowdy steps into the box. 3-hitter for the Seawolves.
Big swing.
Big swing, yeah. Gets
Dowdy launched one foul in his first at-bat.
That foul ball was something.
400 feet at least, I would assume.
We forgot about it, though, and Carson actually parked it fair. So here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside, so 1-1. It's actually that call on Dowdy that got someone here in the stands really a 3-2 pitch. It was close.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the pitches before where it looked like
it was a walk, though.
And it was right in the zone, and then Dowdy ended up getting a hit, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was a single. Yep, right to center field.
Yep. The 2-2 pitch looked like it was strike 3.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a strike, 1-2. So Mealy, after the double play here, pouring in some strikes. Trying to put a goose egg on the board for the 2nd consecutive inning. Playing with his pitch comm wristband. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Dowdy. That's a ball inside. 2-2 now.
A little high, a little inside right there.
So Chance Dowdy, let's see if he could keep it fair. That'd be something to watch because he really crushed that last foul ball. That's outside with the curveball, 3-2. Dowdy, nice control of the strike zone, shakes his head. He knew it was a ball.
Mealy, just like we said with Colagrande earlier, it seems like every pitch he's throwing right now in or around the zone, even the ball's not too far off the plate.
Here's the 3-2 pitch, and it's upstairs, and here comes Chris Carson. Chris Carson, the man who parked one in right field, the big left-handed first baseman.
Dowdy just continues to put together good at-bats.
Yep. And that's kind of what we expected from him from the start of the season. I guess this is the best time of the year to get hot.
Oh, 100%.
You'd rather finish the season strong than start it strong and then end on a poor note.
So there's a ball outside. This is the last guy Mealy wants to see is Chris Carson, who last inning parked one in the trees there to make it 4-3 Seawolves. We're all tied up here, 4-4 now. So here's the 1-0 pitch to Chris Carson for Mealy. Checks on Dowdy over there at first. Chris Carson, I think you said, his 3rd home run of the season.
2nd home run.
2nd home run of the season.
I think he had one in the first game. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. That might have been someone else.
So 1-0 pitch upstairs. 2-0 now to Carson. Gel on deck. Some generic baseball music. 2-0.
Another long hold.
Yeah, Jack Mealy playing some mind games, or is Dowdy playing mind games? Here's the pitch. And Carson looks like he's going to fall there. Finds a nice second baseman. But Carson is out. Almost beat it out there, but nice put out there from the second baseman. So 4-4 here as we head into the top of the 6th. Let's see who's going to come out. It's going to be Colagrande to pitch.
Yep.
So Colagrande is going to has gone 5 innings of work here, and he's in for the 6th inning. 4-4.
Well, 2 different times on that last ground ball to end the inning. It looked like it could have been a base hit. First, it looked like it would just get up the middle anyway. But then even with the backhand by the second baseman, it looked like there was still a chance for Carson to beat it out. Nice pick there at first.
There's some nice plays
by Walsh
from the Monmouth Hawks infield there.
Yep.
Second base and shortstop.
After that questionable play in the outfield at the start of the game, they've really tightened up.
So Colagrande here, how many pitches has he got now?
83.
83. What's the most you've seen Jim Martin keep a guy out there, pitches-wise.
We've seen triple digits.
How much did Worley have in that start?
113.
According to our resident statistician, I guess, George.
Do we have an official?
113 pitches for Worley in that last outing that we mentioned a little earlier.
It's Kevin Broderick, it's George Karatzis with a water bottle in the head. And
it's all fun and games.
This is the play-by-play we really care about.
No, it truly is.
Kevin Broderick, 3 more weeks. A Seawolf. That is crazy. You'll be a Seawolf for
more than that.
Once the Seawolf.
So I got to stick around for the other women's lacrosse games.
Oh, yeah. You need a crazy March Madness call.
Yeah.
I saw the New York Post had a coach, the coach of the women's team in there.
Joe Spallina.
Yeah. I think I saw him walking around the gym the other day. Actually today. He's a cool dude. Sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
It's a GQ guy.
He has what guys like me might call aura.
Definitely. So Calder Grande here. It's going to be his 6th inning of work.
The football team has somehow found a dog. Now there is a dog in the mix of the football team.
We have a pooch in play now. So here's Calder Grande. It's going to be Simi Whitehill, the 4-hitter, third baseman, who had that play over there where he tried to load up a throw to first, but tripped, which tied the ball game up 4-4. Top 6. Here's the pitch to Whitehill. Has a nice hit to right field. It's a gapper, and it's going to be. It's gone. Whitehill puts the Monmouth Hawks up 5-4.
That one might not look like a home run off the bat, but kept carrying Kevin, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I got to a couple more games, so I'm having a tough time reading them, but that got over there. So Whitehill, big boom there in front of the football team. Hawks back up 5-4. Calder Grande is rudely greeted here in the top of the 6th. So here's the 5-hitter. It's the last of that, the big 5 here, all 300 batting averages ahead. He's got 6 home runs. And Calder Grande, there's a strike on the corner.
Right there.
Strike on the corner, 0-1. Lavarco coming in with 6 home runs, 370 batting average. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's hit to the hot corner. A lot of putouts over there at third. We get him. Cervone's been a slick glove over there.
Yeah,
in the hot
great
corner.
with the glove. He makes the picks look nice up there. Just nice fluid motion.
I guess there's a reason why he's been getting some starts over there recently. So
yep.
Here comes number 10. It's Jake Howlett, the designated hitter for the Hawks. 5-4 ball game here, top 6th. In a fake summer game where the weather will dip again, unfortunately.
Well, unfortunately, we could lose a couple degrees from this and still be fine.
I think we might lose too many degrees is the problem.
Oh.
So Calder Grande here, 0-1 pitch. And it's hit right over there to shortstop, just into the game last inning, and it's what a pick, Chris Carson, and a great play from the shortstop.
Yeah, what diving play right there, taking away a base hit.
Yeah, it's Mike Villani who came in for coffee, and the balls found him twice in some hard hit balls.
I didn't even think about it. Calder Grande, we were talking about how long he would go in this game. I would have thought maybe after giving him a home run, that might be it for him, but
almost through 6 now.
Yep, Martin trusting him.
Well, the Seawolves responded with some slick defense of their own now with 2 nice plays. So
it's still just a 1-run game as well, so Calder Grande's kept them in there.
So here is the Jimmy Bruno, who we've seen some slick glove work of himself, the shortstop for the Hawks. The 1-0 pitch. Bluffs a bunt.
Takes a strike.
It's a strike, okay. 0-2. Or 1-1, sorry.
It might be 0-2.
I think it's 1. We'll see next pitch. That's out there to left field, and it's going to be at almost the warning track as the Seawolves get out of that one after a leadoff home run from the 4-hitter. It was Whitehill that put the Hawks up 5-4, so we head into the bottom of the 6th.
Yep, Drombowski able to track that one down. That one off the bat looked high. There could have been a chance that gets into the corner, even out of there, but.
And pitcher for the Seawolves gets 6 innings of work there.
Well, and one of the umpires having a little conversation with some of the football team who've been heckling the Monmouth dugout pretty much the entire game. Let's see if that keeps up in these next couple innings.
I think he's telling them, the umps and the football refs, we get together, and it's a union, You guys want a good season next year, You want 10 million offensive penalties? No.
I don't know if they have that much control.
I'm just making things up. So it's going to be Ryan Mealy, too.
Yep, only 70 pitches.
Yeah.
I do want to note that the home plate umpire didn't go over there on his own regard. The Monmouth coach initially was the one who asked for it, so I'm not going to make a judgment on that, but, it's soft, as George Karatzis said. I would tend to agree with him.
No one likes a tattletale.
Now, my question is when a Monmouth student supposedly is calling one of the Stony Brook athletics players racial slurs and an incident happens there, why is there no backlash from the Monmouth team? That's my big question. But, that's for another day.
So here comes Scott.
Maybe a Sunday sports section.
Maybe a Sunday sports section show.
So here's Scott Gell, the 5-hitter, the backstop for the Seawolves.
Scott Gell.
Let's see if Gell can get a leadoff knock right here.
Curveball in there for Mealy. Strike one. 0-1.
Gell, also a guy who's coming with a lot of big hits this season.
Here's the 0-1 pitch from Mealy to Gell. And Gell, opposite field. It's got some diving catch there from the center fielder.
Richter. What a play. That kept tailing away from him into the gap.
Yep.
Richter.
So Richter with a 2-run blast, and now that diving catch taking away extra bases from Gell. So he's having himself a great afternoon.
Yeah, Gell put it opposite field there. Almost had the gap. But great play by Richter. 9-hole, hit a home run, and now a diving play.
And we've been talking about how small the surrounding area of Joe Nathan Field is. This is not a small field, though. We mentioned it pretty much every game. A lot of space in these gaps.
Especially that right field gap.
So great play to see him kind of be able to track that ball down all the way into the gap.
So 1-0 now to Johnny Pilla, the designated hitter.
Pilla walked and scored in the fourth, excuse me.
There's a curveball on the outside, 1-1.
Now the thing is, my question is, if Gell hits that opposite field, potentially that one's gone.
Or off the wall at least.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch from Mealy. And Pilla puts it up high. Center fielder Richter gets another opportunity here.
Loses his hat, but he makes the catch. 2
putouts in a row there from Richter.
You're right. You've said a couple times he looks very comfortable out there in center field, battling the sun.
And a left fielder started the game off with, Kevin Broderick. That was actually ruled not an error by the Sun. Play the first inning.
Well, I believe that's because he never had it.
Oh, he didn't touch it.
It's only an error if you touch it and drop it.
Yeah, okay. That's touch the glove. That's right. So here is Mike Villani for his first at bat, taking over for Coffey here. In for shortstop. Here's the 0-0 pitch. There's that corner, and he gets the call, strike. So Mealy again looking for that shutout inning. He had one.
Villani is capable with the bat. We've seen his defense already this game.
There's one in the dirt. 1-1.
266 this season, has 2 blasts, and driven in 14 runs.
So Mike Villani here, 1-1. Mealy looking to get through his 6th inning of work and a shutout inning after his Hawks put him on top there last half of the inning. There's that corner again, and it's a ball. So it's 3-1 now.
Still nothing between Stony Brook and Hofstra on the field behind us.
And Villani hits it off there to the shrubbery.
Stony Brook softball, very hot recently. Looking for another big series win here against, of course, rival Hofstra.
So 2-2 here to Villani. Mealy. Inside. 3-2 now, full count.
That one almost nicked him.
Villani came into the game, and the ball found him.
Almost found him again a different way here.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Mealy to Villani. Curveball had him confused.
Yep, fooled him.
Thought it was going to be a fastball. So top of the 7th. 5-4. Seawolves down a run here to the Monmouth Hawks. We're going to switch roles again.
Thank you for allowing me to not destroy my voice today, Kevin. And the bullpen gates have opened up for Stony Brook, and it looks like, well, let's see. I'm not gonna make any claims too early. Just trying to see exactly who it is, but could be Aiden Colagrande.
Looks like it's going to be Aiden Colagrande.
Yep.
Again, you go Hunter Colagrande, Aiden Colagrande, maybe a Rizzo closeout, depending on how Aiden's going to pitch, because we know he can go 3 innings if he's finding some quick stuff early on. Again, we've literally seen the Colagrande combination go a whole 9.
Yep, so from one Colagrande to another right here.
They're related?
Yes, they're brothers.
Oh, okay.
It would be really weird if
Kevin,
they
you
weren't.
clearly don't read enough of the sideline. We wrote a whole story about it.
I didn't catch. They didn't look that like twins.
No.
They're not twins.
They're one's younger, one's older.
Okay.
Yes, Aiden Colagrande, senior. Hunter, I believe, is a sophomore. Just looking at Aiden's stats so far this season, he's had great outings. As Kevin Broderick mentioned earlier in that game against UNC Wilmington, when they combined for the entire game.
I'm a sideline subscriber. I have the newsletter, the membership.
Baby. Love to hear that. And if you're interested in subscribing for free to the sideline, StonyBrookSideline.substack.com, or just look up the sideline, the Stony Brook sideline, WUSB sideline, plenty of different things that you could look up in order to find all of our content.
So Aiden Colagrande this season, 18.2 innings pitched, 2.89 ERA. So getting the job done, most outings. His most recent, he had 2 earned runs in just 1.2 innings pitched, but they won that game against Hofstra, so that's fine. He did pitch back-to-back days.
Oh, they're up here again with
makes sense.
The football team. It's
And it looks like we're going to get the football team ejected.
Or at least moved back.
I think it's I don't know.
I don't know if that'll stop them entirely, though. Nonetheless, Seawolves still trailing a run here as we transition to the top of the 7th. And as I just said, Aiden Colagrande, the big lefty, now up. As now Jim Martin with some words for the umpire. Maybe questioning this ruling, or maybe something different about the game, but...
Well, say what you want. It definitely had an effect on the game. I mean, they were on top of that dugout, so...
Yep.
Making some noise.
Well, and I guess there might be maybe a higher standard for Stony Brook athletic players instead of just a random fan, but I wouldn't say I personally agree with this, as Colagrande fires in strike 1. RJ Mastaro, the number 8 batter, 0 for 2 so far. He'll lead off the 7th. Colagrande, second pitch. Bends in there for strike 2.
A nice movement there.
So this is something we remarked about before, but just like his younger brother, able to pound the zone early and looking to turn it into strikeout or at least a positive result. Here's the 0-2. Spiked that one in the dirt there, ball 1.
Colagrande. Wouldn't be a great law firm, but I like it to close this game.
Little too wordy right there, but
too repetitive.
Yep. I feel there's a lot of brother law firms.
Broderick, Chorizo, Wigan. It's a little strange.
If broadcasting doesn't work out, that's our fallback. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him out in front on the off speed. So starting out his outing with the strikeout.
There's some nasty movement there.
Yep.
Now a lefty coming to face him, so give an advantage to Colagrande here against the lefty.
Lefty-lefty matchup here with Colin Richter, who has had himself a great afternoon as he gets plunked on the first pitch, right on the elbow. Didn't make an effort to get out of the way, but doesn't really matter. They've got a one-out base runner.
Yeah, not intentional at all. You want to go after those lefties, left on left. Here's another one.
But now, once again, that lineup, dangerous first 5. Coming up to the plate with a runner on base. And Richter, 12 stolen bases so far this season. Let's see if he wants to get himself into scoring position.
He just had that diving play last inning, so he's had his name all over there.
Yep. Wyatt Hunt, leadoff batter, 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. The lefty takes strike 1. Hunt, driven in 22 runs so far this season, but he's an on-base percentage of .409, so really difficult to retire, although he was retired on the first batter of the game. 0-1 pitch. Colagrande looking for the outside corner, but just outside, and it's 1-1. Colagrande maybe fixing something with his glove. Now he steps back onto the rubber. 1-1 is the count with a runner on first and 1 out. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 2.
Yeah, with the football team gone, it's gotten a lot more intimate here.
Yep. Seawolves, of course, trying to keep Monmouth scoreless in this inning, give themselves a chance to tie up this ball game when they step up in the bottom of the 7th. For now, here's the 2-1. Lined up the middle, just past a diving Schaefer for a base hit. Richter will just move up 1 base, but Schaefer just a tad too slow on that. And now 2 runners are on with just 1 out.
Yeah, laid out for the dive, but just under his glove. Great effort there.
And we've seen Schaefer make a couple extraordinary plays, especially in that last Hofstra game. Had the game-winning play in extra innings on a ball that looked like it was going to tie up the game. Unable to get to that one, however. First pitch incoming now to Brendan Bucher, who is 0 for 2. Takes ball 1. So Colagrande, I mentioned he wants to get ahead early in counts, not getting ahead to these last couple batters, and they've reached.
Yeah, and a huge spot right here for the Seahawks with these guys in the heart of the order with those batting angles.
Both runners go. Ground ball, and it gets through for a base hit.
Yeah, a little bit of a hit and run.
Monmouth tacking on a run. Brendan Bucher shot it through that hole that was created by the stolen base.
It looked like a straight steal, but then contact, and it was like a hit and run. So.
Right, hit and run. Worked perfectly. Because off the bat, that looked like it would be right to where Cervoni was standing. Could have even been an inning-ending double play. But Cervoni, of course, had to cover third because of the stolen base and was unable to get back to the spot in time. 6-4 Monmouth with the Hawks still threatening.
And now the 3-hitter here.
Tried to bunt was Walsh, the first baseman, but was able to pull it back for ball 1. Walsh, again 0 for 2, 0 for 3 in fact today. Reached on a fielder's choice and then scored on a wild pitch. As a pickoff attempt to second, not in time. Hunt diving back safe.
And there's Whitehill on deck who hit that home run to put the Hawks in front last inning. So
the only Hawk with 2 hits today. Whitehill looming on deck, the lefty. Aiden Colagrande in his first inning of work, trying to limit the damage. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Got Walsh to chase outside. But Walsh, although he is 0 for 3 today, batting .342 with 6 home runs this season, driven in 31, so he's very comfortable in these positions. Here's the pitch. On the inside corner for strike 2, so getting the call is Colagrande. He wants a ground ball to retire the side, working in a 1-2 count. Seawolves down 6-4 here in the top of the 7th. First and second, 1 out. Both runners taking their lead. Here's the pitch. It is a ground ball, foul. So good contact by Walsh down the left field line, but it'll just count as a strike.
These are 3 outs that Cola Grande.
Yep. Stony Brook softball is also falling behind in the top of the third. They are down 1-0. So both teams will look for a comeback as back to the baseball field. Cola Grande fires it high for ball 2. You mentioned it. Whitehill on deck. Cola Grande trying to get him there with two outs, or best case scenario, not even have him come up this inning. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. So Cola Grande picks up his second strikeout of the inning, and that's the second batter. He's retired this inning.
Had him almost bend the knee there. It was like a sword, they call it.
Way out in front on the strikeout of Walsh.
Nice pitch, nice movement there from Cola Grande.
So huge at bat here for Cola Grande and the Seawolves. Trying to retire Whitehill here.
We do have
keep it a 2-run game.
A lefty on lefty advantage, though.
Long hold, looking back at second. Now fires to the plate. And again, got him way out in front on the off speed for strike 1.
He's got a lot of movement, this kid. So.
Yep. Part of the reason why Cola Grande has been so successful so far out of the bullpen, this season at least. Struggled a little here today, gave up already 1 run. Looking to limit the damage here with an 0-1 pitch. Outside corner for strike 2.
The balls have been on the ground. I mean, Schaefer diving, just got under his glove, and then the hit and run. So.
Yep, but hard hit, though, still. 0-2 is the count. Another long hold from Aiden. Looking back at both runners on the base path. Now fires to the plate. Down and outside, ball 1. Not tremendous speed on the base path for Monmouth. Both Bucher on first and Hunt on second have attempted 4 stolen bases this season and been caught twice. So I don't know if they will risk running. Cola Grande still paying attention to them, however. 1-2 pitch. Just inside, ball 2. Count even.
Got him in front 0-2, now 2-2.
The dangerous Nikola Varco is on deck, the guy you've had your eye on today, and he's hitless. So they figured him out so far, but that could mean he's due. Trying to retire Whitehill in the meantime, as that is another ground ball foul.
Whitehill got Cola Grande's brother, so it's a family business here. Let's. He's not getting both of us.
Trying to get revenge for Hunter. And after that, in that post-game interview, in the game where they both pitched to combine, Aiden talked about picking up his brother, saying, "We haven't gotten him a win all year. They did that in that last outing. Now trying to pick him up in this outing as another foul ball to stay alive by Whitehill."
It's brotherly love. You love to see it.
Yep. And part of that feature article was that this is the first season they've really gotten to play together on the same team, due to injuries, playing at different schools, bad luck, age difference, a lot of factors. First season playing together. 2-2 pitch. Foul back again, so Whitehill not going down without a fight.
And 2-2, were those runners going there? It wasn't a full count.
So, in fact, maybe there was some action on the base path.
I think Gell was ready to throw there.
So, definitely making Cola Grande work to retire the side here. 2-2 pitch in this lefty-lefty matchup. And they got him up in the zone. Whitehill not happy with that call. We've seen this from the umpire so far today, but Stony Brook getting the advantage in that particular instance as they will come up with 9 outs remaining, down by 2.
Is that the same pitcher, Mealy, out there for the 7th?
Yes. So Mealy, we mentioned the low pitch count. Live stats not loading just yet, but I will keep you updated on what his pitch count is. He will come out to at least start the 7th inning.
As we hit the 7th inning stretch, a reminder, 6:31 start for women's lacrosse versus Hofstra tonight, as Stony Brook is still trailing the Pride in softball, 1-0. But you imagine that women's lacrosse game going to be
a little different.
Maybe not an easy win because Hofstra's having a better year, but still a commanding win for the women's lacrosse team later on today. Men's lacrosse will be live on the radio tomorrow as they take on the Drexel Dragons. No baseball broadcast for Saturday unless there's a doubleheader, in which case we may catch the second half of said doubleheader, and we'll keep you updated about what's happening on Sunday. George Karatzis was scrolling through his social media feed last night and tracking the amount of Northeast baseball games which have already been canceled. You imagine Stony Brook might add to that list sooner rather than later.
Well, Kevin, if I'm not mistaken, this women's lacrosse game, final home game of the regular season, is that true?
No.
No? So
No.
I've been lied to. All right, never mind.
It's the final home game for the regular season.
I just said that.
Well, but it's not the final home game because they will be hosting the CAA tournament and then hosting the NCAA tournament potentially.
But I'm just saying, is there going to be some kind of senior day celebration?
Yes,
it
is senior day tonight.
All right. We are in the bottom of the 7th. Cervoni leading off, still against Mealy as he takes ball 1 inside. Mealy.
Hey,
Kevin
George,
Wigan,
you make a better door than a window, buddy. You want to get out of the way? And he shook his head, so we can't see anything right now.
You mentioned the pitch count a little earlier, as that is in for strike 1. 81 pitches. So let's see how far they're willing to push Mealy. Really just had that one bad inning in, I believe, the 4th that allowed Stony Brook to tie it. He's been pretty spotless in every other inning, as that is lined into the gap for a base hit. So Cervoni, his second knock of the day, he had the game-tying infield hit in that 4th inning, and now a leadoff hit, potentially sparking a rally here in the 7th.
Stony Brook have 7 hits right now. Only have 4 runs off of it, though. Monmouth has committed a single error. Well, depending on how you technically score those things. There's been some considerable amount of misplays from this Monmouth defense.
So now James Schaefer will step up in the 9 spot, trying to turn this lineup over as another pickoff attempt from Monmouth. We've seen this throughout the night so far.
Yeah, after Schaefer, we got Nick and Nick, Dowdy, and then Chris Carson, who's had the big blow for the Seawolves.
Well, and I think I mentioned this a little earlier when Cervoni was on base. Not even a stolen base attempt this season, but they're still watching pretty much every Seawolf that reaches base. First pitch fired inside for strike 1 to Schaefer. Schaefer, a lot of speed, very hard to double up. The infield is also shifted a little to the left, not even in traditional double play depth. Here's the pitch, and Cervoni was going, but Schaefer fouls back a bunt. So it looked like trying to sacrifice Cervoni to second, or maybe even bunt for a single.
I will tell you guys, this is a new ball game for me. My second baseball game. I did one with George in 40-degree weather. This is
much nicer.
Right. The breeze starting to come, the one I was asking for a little earlier. Great baseball weather here.
Got frostbite that day.
Hard to feel your toes after some of those cold games.
That's no fun.
0-2 pitch. Up high. Back pick attempt. Cervoni diving back safe.
So many back pick. I mean, I think I've seen more back pick attempts in today's game than the rest of the season combined.
I mentioned it, Monmouth definitely with the scouting report about the Stony Brook base running. I don't even think the Seawolves have a stolen base this game. No, they don't. They've advanced on a wild pitch as another pickoff attempt is thrown over by Mealy.
Oh, cloud just came through. Now we're really cooking with some gas.
The breeze.
Schaefer trying to navigate a 1-2 count. Guess what? Another pickoff attempt. This time pretty close, but Cervoni once again able to dive back safely. Big hole on the right side for Schaefer. If he can go to the opposite field, he can get himself an extra base hit for sure. 1-2 pitch. Just on the outside corner.
It's a great
Ball
take.
2. Great take. In that situation, your instinct is to protect the play, anything close, to kind of go after that. But right there, Schaefer with a good eye to even the count at 2. tying run is at the plate. Schaefer has a home run this year as he takes it in the same spot, and now the count is full. So 2 borderline pitches, called balls. And now let's see if Cervoni might be in motion with a full count.
Yeah, Mealy, who's gone the whole game now. Big spot for him, full count.
Yep. Could be the end of the line, perhaps, if he doesn't get this out, as that is foul back. Kevin Broderick, you have a better eye on the bullpen than me from this angle. Is there anyone throwing?
No, not right now from Monmouth. It's all lackadaisical.
So this looks like Mealy's inning. Already in the 80s, pitch count-wise. Now dealing 3-2. Payoff pitch incoming to Schaefer. Drill down the line to left field. That is a foul ball. So right down the line, kind of into the obstructed view. Couldn't quite see it initially, but Schaefer all over that pitch. But we'll have to trot back to the plate.
I had to call fair. The dugout was in front of me. I was excited. Man, game of inches.
That would have been a huge break for Stony Brook if Schaefer could have hooked that fair. Still trying to at least reach base. 3-2 count. Once again, here's the pitch. Popped up. Foul territory. Under it is the third baseman. Able to make the catch.
That pitch count, though, Schaefer,
yep,
for a 9-hitter, really made him work there. A lot of foul tips and great up out there from that hole.
So did not reach base. Next best thing, I'd say right there, making him work.
Here comes the pitching coach for Monmouth, so maybe we'll get some
Maybe
activity.
trying to stall, if anything, just give the bullpen more time to get loose.
Yeah. No, they're starting to go now.
Mealy approaching the century mark on the pitch count. He's at 93 right now. And Zamperone, a guy that works long counts at the top of this order.
And I think the other thing worth of note, Diego, is the fact that Stony Brook is getting a better handle of his pitches right now.
There's a chance this might be it for Mealy, and it is.
Okay.
So an extended mound visit. Buying time, and Mealy with a pretty good showing.
And Kevin, we were talking about a doubleheader tomorrow, so a chess match there with 2 games in a row. So bullpen definitely.
Right, if it is ruled a doubleheader tomorrow.
Oh.
As a softball on to the baseball field. I mentioned this a little earlier. These fields close enough that foul balls can reach the other field. I guess fortunate that it was during a pitching change, so not interfering. That would have got right into the field of play where the pitch might have came in. Stony Brook still pitching here in the top of the 5th. On the softball side, down 1-0.
So Mealy with a 6.1 inning of with 4 runs there, but
yep. I think all of them were earned.
Unfortunate, error with the sun, but it wasn't an error, it was a hit.
Still responsible for Cervoni on first. So Cervoni is able to come around. That will be charged to Mealy.
But if there's a doubleheader tomorrow, I mean, both pitchers did a good job.
Giving length.
Yeah, giving length for a bullpen doubleheader potential.
And Stony Brook does have a lot of options in the bullpen, at least in the long relief variety. The most prominent that comes to mind is John Rizzo, former starter. He's a guy that can go 4, maybe even 5 innings. Is that what he did at Hofstra?
Yeah.
5 innings out of relief. Ty Panarillo, another option who can give you multiple innings of good relief. We've seen Christian Martinez give multiple innings of relief. So good job by Colagrande to go into the 6th.
So bottom of the 7th here. 1, 2, 3. Seawolves down 2 runs. It's
Seawolves looking to at least scratch one back.
It's time to go here to get some runs back. Scratch back.
Huge first game of this series. If you're just joining us, Seawolves 6 games behind Monmouth, who right now is at the top of the division. Need to start taking games from them, and it starts today. So the new pitcher is Kevin O'Pannell. Let's see if I can get a better pronunciation on that as this first pitch comes in foul by Zamperone. He's a 5th year from Clementon, New Jersey. as the 0-1 count.
He's almost got the Craig Kimbrell.
Yep, reaching down the arm. Mets reliever Craig Kimbrell.
The Mets reliever, the famous Mets reliever.
O'Pannell pitching to a 4.67 ERA so far this season. Been pretty consistent so far. 1-1 is the count with Cervoni still at first. Here's the pitch. Up and in for ball 2.
He's throwing some heat. That might be the fastest pitch I've seen all day.
Yep.
So.
You hear the pop off Bucher's glove behind the plate. Lets you know who's throwing gas. Zamperone, we know, can handle the heat. Always comes up with big hits, it seems like, for the Seawolves. The leadoff batter and another pickoff attempt. So new pitcher, same game plan for Monmouth. Making sure the Cervoni's not going anywhere.
He hit a big hit earlier, Zamp.
Yep. Had a single in the 5th.
Set the table for Carson.
2-1 pitch. Another one up high. So O'Pannell coming in, as you mentioned, throwing gas a little too fast. Looks like up in the zone, overthrowing, maybe out of the bullpen.
Can't really blame him either because he was hurried out of the bullpen. So
yep, not much time to warm up.
He's getting his warm-ups in right now.
Went from light tossing to all of a sudden in a 2-run game in the 7th. But he bends that one in for a strike. And now Zamperone facing a full count. Here's the tying run in the 7th.
You found the strike zone there with the off-speed.
Yep, let's see what he goes to. Does he go back to the fastball on 3-2? Here's the pitch. I don't know if that was the heat. It looked a little slower, but that's a foul towards the softball field.
Hit off the Hofstra dugout.
Yep. So Cervoni, also a candidate to maybe run on this 3-2 count. Long hold here. Here's the pitch. Zamperone hits it shallow into center field. Battling the sun is Richter coming in to make the catch for the second out. So after the leadoff base hit by Cervoni, back-to-back outs recorded by Monmouth. I know it's up to Jumbowski.
A lot of sky balls for Stony Brook today. Nothing really hit on a drive.
The one that really was that home run by Carson.
They got robbed of, obviously, that extra base hit as well. Couple balls just barely foul.
First pitch to Jumbowski. Low in the zone for strike 1. Jumbowski has a knock today in the first. Technically has a knock. He was the one.
The sun ball.
Yep. Got that double in the first inning. Came around to score the first run on a wild pitch. That feels like ages ago at this point. The game has changed a lot since then as there's another pickoff attempt. So Cervoni really paying him a lot of attention there at first. Jumbowski waiting for the 0-1 pitch. Inside, strike 2. So 2 quick heaters from O'Pannell to Jumbowski. And all of a sudden, Nick trying to stay alive. Get on base, as he does 45% of the time this season, a .452 on-base percentage. Looking to add to it here as that pitch up and away for ball 1.
He's popping that glove, but.
Yep. And that's what you want out of a reliever. Someone who can come in, fire it in there. Let's see if he can retire the side. Jumbowski trying to not let that happen. As that one borderline pitch just outside. Looked like it caught the corner there, but Jumbowski has another life. 2-2 now. Chance Dowdy, the hottest Seawolf, looming on deck. Can Jumbowski come up with a hit? And he lines it to short, but it is caught. So Jumbowski gave it a ride there to the opposite field, but shaded perfectly was the Monmouth defense. And Jimmy Bruno, who's been short-handed at short so far,
he's had a great outing.
Picked that one right out of the air for out number 3.
Here comes Calagrande again.
Yep.
So.
after this game, once again, Seawolves will have 2 more here at Joe Nathan Field. Right now scheduled for Saturday at 1 and Sunday at 1. But because of weather, there's a chance that Sunday game gets moved to Saturday. Then the road ahead after that, midweek game against Columbia in New York City. So that's a road game for Stony Brook before they travel to Towson in another must-win series against a team that right now has struggled this season, but did take 2 out of 3 from Stony Brook in their first meeting at Joe Nathan Field. So huge games coming up for the Seawolves. Would love to start out the series with a win, because if not, it puts a lot of pressure on this team to have to win the next 2 matchups.
At least the Colagrande brothers, looks like it's going to be, he's in for the 8th. I don't know if he's going to be in for the 9th.
Yep.
But
obviously depends on the brevity of this inning and the the execution, I guess.
So there'll only be 2 arms you can't use for the doubleheader. That's the potential doubleheaders.